Hello, welcome to this week's journal entry. I did not expect to really be fazed by leap year. I didn't. I don't even really know what it is, but I knew that it was coming, and I have been so inspired by it, metaphorically, symbolically. I have just been really thinking about the leaps that we take in life. And so in this episode, I'm going to be walking you through different types of leaps that we can take and definitely encourage you to take a leap in your own life. After listening through all of my examples and stories, I think that it's going to be very clear on the type of action that you can take. And I'm going to be giving you plenty of journal prompts to help you work through it. Because I bet when I said take a leap in your life, if you just take a second to think about that, there is likely something on your heart, whether it's a recent thing or if it takes just a moment to bring it up because you've kind of stuffed it down, but something that you're like, oh, yeah, I have been wanting to do that, but you haven't taken action on it. And so my journal prompts will walk you through why that is and how to move through it. Knowing that I wanted to talk to you about this, I was reflecting on my own leaps in life. And just within the past few years, I've had a few major leaps. I took a leap to leave my marriage. I took the leap to start my journal coaching business and not just start a business, but really commit. If you've ever started a business, you can kind of be dilly-dallying, half in, half out, just kind of see where it goes, go with the flow, or you can like jump in and really commit. And I feel like I've been doing that since the start. Also, I took the leap to get fertility treatments for egg freezing, which tune in next week. If you thought this was the episode for my egg freezing details, that is next week. At the time of this when this recording airs, I might be in surgery actually for egg freezing. At the time of this recording, it is Thursday, February 22nd, and I have been on fertility treatments for 6 days now. Tomorrow will be day 7. And yeah, they told me that Monday or Tuesday is when I will be going in for the actual egg retrieval. So I have tons of juicy details to share with you. That will be next week's episode. But that is a huge leap that I took mentally, emotionally, financially, all of the leaps. And I want to say that we can take a leap at any time in our lives, but it's just such a symbolic time. And I feel like it's just almost permission. It's like a permission slip, the fact that it's leap year. And this is like leap week, and it's almost leap day, if we can call it that. And I want to give you permission to actually take a leap in your life. Okay. So first, I want to just give you some examples of what leaps might mean for you. I gave you some of my examples, but there could also be a leap to start something new, maybe a hobby or a business. Also, a leap of courage. Maybe I immediately go to relationships or like your voice, asking for something, saying something, maybe asking for a promotion, saying something to your partner or to a friend, just speaking up, any sort of courageous act, or a leap of change, like switching careers, doing something different, right? Even a leap of change in your hairstyle. That I saw one of my girlfriends posted on social media that she cut her hair, not just cut her hair, she had hair extensions and she took them out, and how her hair extensions were her emotional support system for like 4 years or something. And I could totally relate. I always had such long hair, and it was totally an emotional like security blanket. And when you cut your hair, it just feels like for sure a leap of change and courage and the start of something new. That's like the ultimate leap is is a woman cutting her hair. So anyways, think of that change if you haven't. And if you haven't yet, you could stop right now, or all of the prompts that I'm going to be sharing with you will, of course, be in the show notes. So circle back, but journal on what is the leap that you feel you could take, what feels aligned for you right now. Journaling can help during tough transitions. I talk a lot about that, about how journaling helps with processing emotions and situations, which is where I helped myself initially and where I help a lot of women. A lot of the women that I help are going through divorce, or they are moms in survival mode, or they are career women struggling to find that balance between desiring more and wanting more in their life and at work, but also resting and enjoying that downtime and that family life, finding that balance. So, journaling can be really good for that, but journaling can also be good during times where we want more for ourselves, when we want to take that leap, but we're feeling stuck. There's like something that's preventing us. So, what is that leap? That's the first journal prompt. What is the leap that you want to take in your life? And then, what is holding you back? I think that's very broad of a prompt. So if that's a little bit too big and you're like, I don't know, that's why I'm listening to this podcast episode, let's break it down. What is the scariest part of taking this leap for you? Then, what might also help is thinking of it in this way. What is the worst case scenario? What if you take this leap and it just does not go according to plan? What is the worst case thing that will happen? This is something that I love to think about. And it's funny because I used to be the person that never would even entertain the worst case scenario ever. I was just always optimistic and positive, which definitely has its place, and we will get there. But just allowing myself to think through the worst case scenario and feel it, and then have a game plan for if it does fail, then what? What does it mean? Or what does it feel like? Or what will I then do if it does fail? Like, have that game plan. And then the next prompt is, what is the best case scenario? Like that positivity, write that all out, journal through that. I always do it in that order, right? Through the worst case first, have that game plan, and then the best case. End with the good feelings of like, what if it works out? Write about that. Then I've got more prompts for you. What would change in your life for the better if you were to take this leap? Also, what would not change in your life if you were to not take the leap? So kind of the same question, but a different angle to it. Like, where would your life stay the same in an uncomfortable way if you were to do nothing? Lastly, what are some action steps that you can take that would make this leap happen? Because not all leaps are just like, have the conversation, right? That is something that it might just be one step. It's maybe text the person that you want to have a conversation and then have the conversation. But if your leap is something like a career change or starting a new business or starting a new hobby or cutting your hair, it might be more than one step. So what are all the action steps, and make them tiny? Like even the conversation one that I mentioned, I made that into two steps. First, it's reaching out to the person and letting them know that you want to have a conversation. Maybe the next step in the middle is drafting an outline of what it is that you want to talk about and what is the main point or points that you want to get across so that you can go into this conversation feeling prepared. And then step 3 is actually having the conversation. So break down these action steps and then choose one step to do each day this week. Or again, depending on your leap, choose one step to do. Or maybe you can do it on leap day. That would be pretty cool. We just have this whole extra day to discover ourselves and to take that leap and to just do something different, to get off autopilot and to like make it a different day. If your leap was in any way, shape, or form to put yourself on the top of your list, to prioritize yourself again, and one of your action steps was aligned with that, and you don't mind waiting a little bit, I would encourage you to join us in the Unwind and Recreate Journaling workshop that I'm hosting on March 23rd. I would love, love, love for you to join if you are local to the Western New York area. This workshop is where we will dive deeper into journal prompt flows, which is what I shared above. So we start with a journal prompt, which is like, what is the leap that you want to take? But then I guide you through like a flow. We flow through it. So you get like a full, juicy journal entry from it. It's not just you're left hanging there or like twirling your thumbs or twisting your pen around, like not knowing what to write. So, journal prompt flows, and where we're going to peel back the layers of overwhelm and your belief system and your emotions to get to the root of where you are now in your life, your current season, who you are now, and where you want to be and who you want to be. So, this is that woman who is looking to self-reflect and go deep, is not afraid to go there with me and declutter her mind, right? We're also going to get rid of the ideas that are not serving her, the things that you're doing just because you've always done them, but you don't need to do them anymore. The ideas that you've been believing that no longer serve you, and also create that balanced and inspired life. So if that is you, I'll put the link in the show notes. It's www.samanthapenkoff.com/workshop. But even if you're not local, your journal truly is your secret weapon to navigating life's transitions, the good, the bad, where you're stuck, and when you want to take that leap. And I saw this quote that I want to share with you. You are smarter than you think, you are stronger than you feel, and you are braver than you believe. So just remember that when you're journaling through this leap that you want to take, it likely will feel scary. If you're taking the sort of leap that I'm hoping that you're taking, it's not just a simple thing. It's something that will challenge you. And so remember, you're braver than you believe. I remember when I was going through not even my divorce, it was just marriage issues. I was going to see my therapist, and twice she sent me a quote that was something along the lines of like, say what you need to say, even if your voice shakes. Something, two different quotes that was like that. And I clearly still remember that. And it just meant so much because it was like the reminder that I needed that even though I don't feel ready, even though I don't feel confident, it's important to do the thing. It's important to say what it is that I need to say. So it is important for you to take this leap. It's on your heart and your mind for a reason. And I'm so excited for you. I would love to hear about your leap. So comment below with your actions, particularly the action that you will be taking today. Let's put pen to paper and get this thing done.